Second Ezra chapter 9, verse 3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars in the people in the world. Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, preaching His word truthfully and sincerely. Shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, that be like unto the speckled bird, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. Say shalom to you, Akim, out there. On this November 3rd, 2022, 11:22 a.m. Central Standard Time on this Thursday morning. And this is a news article. I'll do a sit-down lesson for in the news of November 3rd, 2022. And this is a news article by Associated Press, WashingtonPost.com, on November 3rd, 2022 at 11:34 a.m. Eastern Time. And the highlight of this news article, and it read for in the news of November 3rd, 2022. And it says, clashes erupt near Iran's capital as ongoing protest flares. It says, Dubai, United Arab Emirates. Iranian protesters clashes with police in a town near the capital on Thursday, reportedly killing or wounding members of the security forces, who at one point dropped stun grenades on the demonstrators from helicopters. And it says it was the latest in waves of demonstrations have Zeus, if I pronounced that right, Iran for more than 6 weeks, and marking one of the biggest challenges to the country's clerical rule since they seized power in 1979 of the economic revolution. And it says the protest has gathered in Karaja, just outside of Tehran, to mark the 40th day since the shooting death of Hadis Natsaviv, 22, of one of the several women have been killed during the protests. The demonstrations was ignited by the death of another woman held by country's mortality police. The 40th day after someone's death has great symbolism in Shiite Islam and marked by the public mourning of commemorating protesters' death has given momentum to the ongoing demonstration, just as it did during the 1979 revolution that overthrew a Western-backed monarchy. It says video circulated around showing thousands of protests in Kharija and clashes with police, and one of them of a helicopter flies over the protests and drops flash grenades.
And so you laying down for a minute.
Yeah.
And you
Right.
I can read it for this prayer, so.
Right.
I ain't gonna me $70.
Right.
He in debt with it. Took the money, put it back on Marco. Marco man. Marco, this whole bill is $75, almost $100. I put my own back and the man give me that.
Yeah.
Cause I got the 25 and 25 and 100. Yeah, that'll get my money back.
Yep.
$100. Get my right.
Yep. Yep.
I paid that rent. The lady came in on the rent.
Right.
And when I go back home that next month, I put that money. I'm gonna put it in the money order. Oh shit, I don't know what I want to do. This shit going to garbage.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of shit. In the closet next week, I'm cleaning that out. Cause man, them got this shit what ain't no good. I'm throwing away the air bed too.
Right.
Cause it ain't no more good. I'm gonna order and get them laid.
Mm-hmm.
Walmart did that shit. They supposed to be taking over to the garage. He said he'll come get it.
Right.
Yeah, with that truck.
Yeah.
They're gonna bring that truck up about 8.
Oh, okay.
About March, when everything get straight.
Yeah.
What you eating, huh?
Nothing. I'm gonna eat something very soon. As soon as I get up. Yeah.
Yeah, they little big.
Yeah.
You got that full car in there.
Sure did.
Back in this car, you know, put it on this floor, soak it up.
Right.
I do it like every 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
You gotta get that. You put something up, bake it so we put around the corner.
Right.
And chicken, yeah, but damn, that's not on the low. Cause I be used when I be on the bus.
Yeah.
Next month I gotta buy a block for that door, cause I told them block of work. I'm gonna get one by one.
Right.
They have them at the hardware over there, at Dollar General where I be doing.
Mm-hmm.
Put back on there. And next month I get the DNA. Shoot,
Right.
the way I do it,
Yeah.
yeah. Cause I ain't checked it in.
All right, then, Ma.
Watch these sheets on my bed. All right, man, I talk to you.
Okay. Salakia for that momentarily pause. I was talking to my OG about a few things. But continuing on with the reading of the sit-down lesson of November 3rd, 2022, of bringing out the scripture of 2nd Ezra 9:3, there shall be seen uproars in the people in the world, and that's what we are seeing with this protest taking place in Iran, and it been increasing. And the protest has been increasing since the past 6 weeks. So, and it says video circulating online shows thousands of protesters in Karajai and clashes with police. And one of them helicopters flies over the protest and drop flash grenades in an attempt to disperse them before landing in the middle of the highway. Government supporters on social media said the helicopter will send aid to a wounded policeman. It says the state-run of IRNA news agency quoted the head of emergency service in Khwarjah, Ahmad Mahdavi, as saying 2 people were killed and others were wounded during the unrest. He did not specify whether the 2 were protesters or security forces, or provide further details. It says the IRNA circulated videos and photos on social media showing a police pickup truck that has crashed into a concentrated barrier on a highway. It was not immediately clear what caused the crash, but video shows protesters hurling rocks at the video and a man firing into it. At least 3 were wounded. Individuals were inside. The photos show what happened to be lifeless bodies. It says the semi-official Temsin news agency reported that 3 policemen were seriously wounded in clashes with protesters. It was not immediately clear it was referring to the same event. The Tasnism also reported that protesters set fire to a police kiosk in a van. The semi-official foreign news agency is a member of the Iranian paramilitary Bashish force was stabbed to death in Karija, and they getting down over there. It says Iranian authorities heavy restricted media coverage of the protesters have periodically shut down internet access across the country. making it difficult to confirm details of the unrest. The demonstrations were ignited by September 26 of the 22-year-old Mashaya Amani, who had been detained by the mortality police who allegedly violate Iran's strict dress code for women. Authorities said she died because of an heart condition and was not mistreated by her, but her family has cast doubt on that account. In a protest caused the police of beating her to death, the big protest erupted at Amini's funeral in her hometown in the Kurdish region of Iran. It says the near daily demonstration continues to flare up again 40 days after she was buried. The protest was initially focused on Iranians' enforcement of the Islamic hair scarf or hijab, with crowds of young women removing theirs during reckless street protests. The demonstrations rapidly grew into cars for the overthrow of the theocracy that has ruled Iran for more than 4 decades. Security forces sought to quash the sits, killing at least 300 people and arresting more than 14,000, according to the group Human Service Activists in Iran, which have been tracking the violence since the protests began. It said at least 36 security forces has been killed, and Iran's judiciary has said more than thousands of people have a certain role in the protests will be brought to trial in Tehran over their subversive actions, including assaulting security guards, torturing public property. Authorities have announced charges against hundreds of people in other Iranian provinces, some accused of corruption on earth and war against, you know what that word, offense that carries the death penalty. Wow. They definitely strict with their rules over there in that country. So different country rules are different from American rules. But I'm going to bring out 2nd Esdras 15 to verse 16. That's sedition among men's spirit between the nations. And then I'm going to bring out that Luke 21 and 25 as well too. This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 15, verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men, evading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor their princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Right, and that's what we're seeing over there in Iran. With the protesters over there, they protesting against justice for the Iranian women, and they protesting for many other different rights as well too. So that's why you're seeing the uproars and the people in the world uprising with these protesters over there in Iran, and it been globally as well too, here in the United States, in different parts of the country as well too, around the world, you know. And let me go to the book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 25 as well too. This is the book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 25. In Salakia, and there shall be signs in the suns and in the moon, and on the stars, are meant to say, and upon the earth, distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and waves roaring, right? Because we seeing the perplexity, the distress of nations with the uprises and the uproars, and the people in the world with these protesters, Nations are going against their people that's in leader, that's in power, and they opposing the laws that's written in these countries. Of the citizens are not agreeing with it. That's why you're seeing the citizens in the uproar against their leaders and their officials that's in power, and that's what we see in the uprising against them, and it's going to continue to increase more and more and more. Now we're starting to see it increase now, so more than ever, with the uprisings and the uproars and the people in the world, and that's what we're seeing. And it's going to increase more and more and more. So with that, I just wanted to bring out this lesson for in the news on November the 3rd, 2022 at Slovakia. Right, I just wanted to bring that out on November 3rd, 2022 on this Friday afternoon. Thursday morning, I meant to say, kind of slip of the tongue, a word, Slovakia. On this Thursday morning at 11:30 a.m. on this November 3rd, 2022, So I hope this lesson was edifying, along with the scriptures that I brought it out to reference the news article. I would like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Makarkadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, preaching his word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, that be like unto the speckled word, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And until next time, I will say shalom and a ball.